Hello, happy Friday. Today's Friday, May 15th, 2020, and we are going to review what we know about comparing lengths. So let's go back to our Monday slide. On Monday, we talked about the words long and short and length. We know that length is how long something is from end to end, and the words that we use to describe length and to compare it is long and short, or shorter and longer. Then you went around your home and you found things that were longer and shorter than your index finger. So you were comparing items between your finger, the length of your finger, and other objects. On Wednesday, had you guys either go outside or inside your home and find some objects that you could sort, you could put in order from shortest to longest, and these were some of the items that I found. And remember, we talked about how important it is to make sure that you, when you're setting them side by side, that you're starting them all at the same point. So for example, if I'm using this paper and I'm measuring the dry erase marker, I don't want to have this up here or this way. We want to start at the same. We want them to be starting at the same so that we can measure them correctly, accurately. We read the book Length, and we talked about some different things that we can measure for length. I think we talked about measuring the length of a swimming pool, the length of a football field, the length of a racetrack. We also talked about why it's important that we measure things in length. It's important, especially for architects who are creating they create different designs for buildings, and so they need to make sure that they're accurately measuring. And we didn't go into the actual standard measurements. Right now we're just kind of introducing length and talking about how we use words like longer and shorter to measure lengths and what length means. So you found some things and you sent pictures to me that were amazing. Thank you for doing that. Today I want you just to click on the link to get to how do you measure up. When you click that link, it takes you to a PBS website, to the PBS Kids website, and you're just going to click Start. So you click the arrow where it says Start right here, and then when you move on to the next page, it's going to it will read to you. If you don't want to hear it, if you want to read it yourself, you can mute it, or you could just read along with it. And then when you're ready to move on to the next page, there's going to be a red arrow here pointing to the right. So you read all the way through it. Make sure to take your time to read it. Take it nice and slow. Remember, we learned about taking it nice and slow, and take your time. Because at the end, there's going to be a quiz that you will take just online. It's not for a grade. It's just to kind of test what you got from this book. Okay, so you will just click the arrow to the right when you're ready to move on to the next page. There is nothing to turn in on this assignment. This is just an extra little a book to teach you a little bit more about measuring. And so if you have any questions on this, feel free to reach out to me. But other than that, that's what I have for you today. Feel free to go back and review any of the books that I read to you and from previous lessons if you want. It's not required. And guys, have a great Friday and an awesome weekend. Talk to you soon. Goodbye.